All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. We are back again with another live stream daily conversations, daily discussions. We are back today. Today, much like every other day, it's going to be once again a very, very serious conversation. I need to get something off my chest. Few people, they've been targeting me on social media. They've been coming after me, and I need to address those people live a bit. I feel like talking and sharing all of the feelings live in a video format where you guys can comment as well live. I think that's the best way to get things out, off your chest, as opposed to on Twitter and just keep typing away. And some of these people just simply don't seem to understand. So we're obviously going to talk about that particular issue that I'm having in social media. I mean, obviously circulating around Chelsea's poor performances, and specifically it's in regards to certain parts of the fan base who are acting unnecessarily positive. Like sometimes excessive positivity. Do you know what I mean? Excessive ways of being positive. Like when you can clearly see, like, it's okay to call out the situation. It's okay to say it out how it is. We've had a poor performance against Newcastle. No one's saying go out there and absolutely go after the manager or go after any of the players. No one's saying any of that. No one's saying say Pochettino out or sell these players. No, call it out as it is. Call it out as it is. No point in coming off a match the way we played against Newcastle and go, these losses will happen more. It's a young team. Stay patient. That we get it. We understand. But at least call out how poor that performance was against Newcastle off the back of the performance against Manchester City. Like, the stark contrast between the two performances is mad, is absolutely sickening. Some people on social media coming after me means you're flip-flopping. I'm like, how am I flip-flopping? Wouldn't it be so disingenuous of me, and also wouldn't it be so weird if I came off the back of that Newcastle match and started saying, keep the blue flag flying high and no worries, we go again. It's okay. It's just a blip. These sort of things are going to happen. It's a project. That would seem so, for me, that would be weird to come off the back of that match and talk in that manner. I think it's quite normal to come off the back of that particular match and feeling disgruntled, feeling cheated. Do you know what I mean? You just simply did not expect that type of a performance. I thought we left behind, last season, and the way we started. I thought we left behind. I thought we were on the upward trajectory. So that's why that loss against Newcastle was a mad shock to my system. I'm not saying get rid of the manager. I'm not saying, I'm still backing Nicholas Jackson. I'm still backing all our defenders. I'm still backing XYZ players, whoever it may be, Gallagher in midfield. Some people came after me off the back of the conversation I had with Alexis Kafkas yesterday that, Miz turning his back on Gallagher. How have I turned my back on Gallagher? Have a look at the stream yesterday, guys, if you've missed out on the streaming with Alexis Kafkas. Alexis was saying that he does not feel that Gallagher is Chelsea level. All I said is that I understand why you feel that way, because I felt that way as well. But I do have to say that he has improved in recent times. Let's see where it goes. And then off the back of that, people think I've turned my back on Gallagher. I see people in social media, so many excuses, man. So many excuses. people trying to find positives in that match against Newcastle. I'm not talking about Matisse. You guys will get to know what's going on with Matisse's account. I'm not talking about Matisse. There are other accounts that I see on social media, justifying that loss against Newcastle, finding reasons why we lost. And I'm like, just stop. You don't need to be so ultra positive all the time. It's okay to say out the truth. You can still be believing in the squad. You can still be believing in the manager. But at the same time, you can still say it's been poor. It hasn't been good. It needs to be rectified quickly. Just when it did look like it was getting better, just when it did look like we were probably on the upwards, boom, the Newcastle loss. And the mannerism of the loss. The mannerism. Then throw in all of these shenanigans about day off, 2 days off, 1 day off. Started off with no days off. Everyone's going to train. Then there was a day off. Now there's 2 days off. Then some people are getting annoyed at my take on Nicholas Jackson. I mean, okay, so it was scheduled. Who cares? Apparently, Nicholas Jackson's, celebration with Villarreal, that trip to Villarreal, that was scheduled. So what? Like, I'm just giving my opinion. For me, it seems to be odd. If I was to have a bad day, and I'm just talking for myself here. I'm simply talking for myself. If I was to have a bad day at work, I need to bring this up. If I was to have a bad day at work, a horrible day where I've performed poorly and my team performed poorly as well, I don't have the strength in me to go out that night or the following night and have a good time, because I'd feel a bit low. I'd be thinking about, how can I rectify this situation quickly? How can I quickly go back and fix this situation? That's just my mentality. I don't know. I would just find it very, very difficult to go out there and put up a smile and celebrate an ex-team and their success. I would find it very difficult. I mean, for a second, ladies and gentlemen, you think about it for a second. If you were to be in that type of a situation, would you have the stomach, after being embarrassed, after being totally outclassed, after you yourself dropping a bad performance in your workplace, would you have the stomach to go out that night or the following night and celebrate with your mates? Like, I don't know. I just find that kind of behavior very, very odd. So we're going to obviously elaborate a lot more about this. Big up to each and every one of you guys. Over 100 people live here. Big up to President Jafar, Haj, and Zinho. I will bring up that super chat very soon. Eka, good to see you, my man. Faisal, Hermes, Chelsea Empire, Roman, big up to all of you. Smash the like button. Let's get those likes up to 100 straight away. There's only 18 likes. Bump up those likes, ladies and gentlemen. Helps out the channel and the growth of the channel. So if you can push up those likes, that'd be great. And make sure, if you're here for the first time, subscribe. All right, let's check out what Haj has to say. Haj actually, he's making a lot of points in recent times. I'm not against it. Maybe sometimes it may come across that I'm being aggressive, but truly, Haj, I completely respect your takes. I respect everyone's takes, honestly. Sometimes, obviously, if you go overboard and you try and be a bit of a smart aleck to me, then I'm going to come back. But let's have a look at what Haj is saying. Miz, all due respect, one draw against Manchester City made you start believing one game shouldn't cause such a shift. Drawing one game means nothing. We aren't good at all. This project is BS. One game means nothing. Okay. And this seems to be the this is one reason why few people are coming after me in social media. And I need to explain why I felt this way, because a lot of people are thinking it's one game and I've lost. No, 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 no. Let me explain. Let me explain. All right. Since the last international break, just before the last international break, we were going through a phase of few wins, right? I think there was a win against Fulham, there was a win against Burnley, and another team I don't remember. Then we had the international break. We came back. We had a very good game against Arsenal, which we faltered at the end. Then we lost against Brentford, and I said, let this be the blip. Don't screw up anymore after this. We have to start fixing up. Then we won against Blackburn. We won against Tottenham, and we went toe to toe against Manchester City, the best club in the world, in my opinion. You see the context where I'm coming from. It wasn't just that game. I just thought that game typified everything. I was just looking at the trajectory, and I thought, okay, maybe, just maybe we're on the upward here. I didn't just have my blinkers on and forget everything what happened in the past and just focus on the Manchester City game. I was telling all of you guys before the Spurs game, I believe we can win. I even said in the Manchester City game, I believe we can win. So coming into the Newcastle game after that Manchester City performance, yes, it was a draw. Everyone keeps harping about, oh, it was a draw, we celebrate. No, you need to see the manner of that game, the effort that was put into the game, how tactically sound we were. It's not just about the draw. I feel like this is where people are missing the point. You know, we were coming off a nice bit of momentum, in my opinion. And that Manchester City performance typified everything, which made me feel that maybe we're doing something. And Newcastle were up for grabs. They were there to be taken. This is why it's such a shock to me. It's such a shock to me. It may not be a shock to you guys, and that's fine. That's fine. But it's a shock to me. I did not expect a loss like that against Newcastle. I don't know how many of you guys expected that. All I remember in the preview, a lot of you guys said Chelsea victory. For me, that was, I thought we put behind all of that performance. I really did. For me, that was, Chelsea cheated on me. Seriously, that's how I felt. Chelsea cheated me. So I hope now you guys get a context as to why I was feeling how I was feeling. Aka, I won't believe in the players, managers without consistency, something we haven't had. I won't believe in the owners until we win trophies consistently. This Chelsea team club will get nothing from me. And that's fair, man. That's fair enough. That's absolutely fair enough. That's absolutely fair enough. If you feel that way. Maybe I need to, again, rethink. I still believe in the team. I've always believed in the squad. A lot of you guys don't believe in the squad. I just feel that the talent we have is very, very good. We need the manager now to work his backsides off to get this team going. But if we continue in this manner where we seem to create a little bit of momentum and then boom, a shambolic loss, then it's going to be difficult to keep backing it. It will be very difficult. By the end of December, if we are in the bottom half of the table, it will be very difficult to keep believing because half the season would have gone. Do you know what I mean? Ryan, good to see you, my man. We were awful against Tottenham too. I accept we have to win ugly sometimes, but deep down it wasn't promising at all. Manchester City was fantastic, but why can't we do that consistently? And this is the issue. Consistency is the biggest issue. Dave, Miz, what are your expectations for Brighton game? I don't know anymore, man. I seriously don't know. And this will be the difficult part now. Moving into the Brighton game, I don't know what to expect, because I don't know anymore. Like, off the back of that performance against Newcastle, which is not an anomaly, because we've seen bad performances this season. I just thought that we got over all of that. So now I'm at a stage where I'm confused again. I feel we're going to have a bounce back, because such a poor performance against Newcastle, I feel we're definitely in front of our home crowds. We're going to have a serious bounce back. But I don't know. Haj, I'll make my point clear. I don't believe in the squad and the Process Youth FC, multi-club model FC. The last person I'm worrying about is the manager, because the strategy from above for me is a joke. Now, fair enough, my man. This ownership needs to be questioned. If we stay the same where we are in the bottom half of the table 2 seasons back to back, yeah, man, I mean, it's going to look really, really bad on them. By the way, sorry, I missed out on the super chat. Enzinho, thanks so much for the super chat. Why is Enzo getting blamed for every bad game? Look, some people are just... I don't even think he was bad against Newcastle, you know. I thought he was actually pretty good against Newcastle. But yeah, let's talk about a few things. I'm just going to bring up social media. I want to showcase something to you guys. We'll go to Vince. Vince always got some sort of tweets that are a bit strange at times. There's Tom as well. We can go to Tom. We'll go to Tom's account very, very soon. But yeah. Let's check this out. Pochettino must have been very angry when he said no day off, but it turns out that he didn't mean it. I don't think no day off is the right thing after the grueling travels, which had players looking tired, and we don't have a midweek game. Let them refresh. There are many other ways to punish players for poor performance. I trust Pochettino to run them hard when they come back. Look, I mean, I feel like we are spending too much time sugarcoating a lot of things. Let's be honest. Pochettino came out post-match saying there's going to be no day off. Players are going to be training. And then later on, we find out that it was an empty threat. There is a day off. In fact, there is also a day off today. I feel like fans, just say it out how it is. Don't sugarcoat it. It's okay. Pochettino, you shouldn't have said that. If you can't keep your word, you shouldn't have said that. And now that you have said that, you're now going to cop the heat from people, from fans. It's okay. It's all right. Whether you made a mistake or not, I don't know. Whether I watched Eunice's video. I don't know whether Pochettino actually had planned after the match that no day off. They're all going to come back and train. And then he went into the dressing room and he realized everyone's got plans. You know, they've got a day off. They've got plans. They're going to go here. They're going to go there. Nicholas Jackson's going to go to Spain. Maybe then Pochettino buckled and said, don't worry about the day off. Don't worry about the training. Have the day off. In fact, take another day off. I don't know. Eunice has a different theory. Eunice said that maybe it was from above, from the board that said that no, keep on with the scheduled day off. Whatever the case is, what annoys me is when fans just try and sugarcoat all of these things. And that's just my view. Just say it out how it is. Poch, you said in the press conference that there wasn't going to be any day off. But you went the next day. You took your back. You went back on your words. So it's fine. Now you're going to get the criticism. It's fine. You're going to get the criticism. I want to take you guys to Tom's profile. And look, this is nothing against these fans. I'm not saying anything. All I'm saying is I feel sometimes excessive positivity can turn out to be negative. Do you know what I mean? Can turn out to be toxic. Like, have a look at this. Really annoyed to see people target Nicholas Jackson. Everybody in the squad took a day off today, not just him. Give him a break. I mean, live chat, let me know. Let me know about this whole Nicholas Jackson situation. What did you guys feel? Is it normal behavior? I mean, a lot of people say, "Oh, look, Miz, you seem to be so entitled." Well, I'm not. How am I entitled? The players are doing what they're doing anyway. I'm merely just providing my opinion. I'm not stopping anyone here. They're still doing whatever they're doing. But for me, when I personally, let's say in Nicholas Jackson's case, he's dropped a disaster class against Newcastle. When I drop a disaster class and my team has dropped a disaster class and we've got embarrassed and we got walloped, I don't have the stomach to go out and celebrate with my mates. That's just me. That's just me. When I have a bad day at work, I come back home. I may speak to my wife just to ease my tension, and then I'm focused about the next day and how I can perform better and rectify the situation. Even if I had a pre-planned program to go to Spain or whatever, like, why can't I cancel? I can there's been so many instances, and you guys let me know in the live chat. Have you guys never had any instance in your life where you felt down, you felt disgruntled, you felt unhappy about about your performance or your situation, whatever the case is? And let me know if you've never cancelled a pre-planned program. As if that's never happened in your life. Like, you say to yourself, do you know what? No, I don't feel good, man. I don't feel like going to this place at the moment. It doesn't feel right, so I'm going to cancel it. Oh no, it's pre-planned. It was pre-planned. So he had to go. All right, no problems. Go. You did go. But then don't be upset on the fans thinking else, like in a different manner. Don't be upset. Every action has its consequences. Every action has its consequences. You're going to go. Some people may look at it that it's fine. It's a day off. You can do whatever. Some people may say, wow, really? Really? Spain with your ex-team, laughing, hugging, giggling. It don't look like it matters to you. It don't look like it matters to you. Me personally, I kid you not. I've been in cases where I've dropped an absolute disaster class at work. I come home and I can't even be bothered doing anything outside. I'm not saying don't have fun. Like, you guys see, like, you got people that have me on Instagram. You see, I have fun. I go out. I have holidays. I have tons of fun with family. But there's a time and a place. That's the way I look at it. Amias, I agree. The players are tired after the international game. He shouldn't have said that. What has the training brings to the game after all? Yeah, exactly. And what if Pochettino did say, nah, training is on? And I don't know if all the players just put their hands up and said, Gaffer, well, we've got plans. I don't know. I mean, are they too good to not cancel their plans? And people need to understand, just quickly, Digital Film Reviews, thank you so much for the super chat. Jackson is a disgrace. There you go. I think majority of the fans understand what I'm saying. Obviously, there's always going to be a minority who are not going to understand, right? But yeah, I mean, it's. I just find it strange. I just find this sort of behavior very, very strange. Um, and yeah, I feel I would have done something different. Roman Abramovich, Miz, why aren't you calling out the owners? I mean, what else am I going to say about the owners? What else am I going to say about the owners? Obviously, last season, I called them out as much as possible. This season, I can't lie. There were certain things I felt in the summer what they did. You know, trying to give more responsibility to the board of directors that they created. And getting rid of all those players that didn't want to stick around at Chelsea or wasn't good enough. Getting over the line of some key transfers where they've been involved. I guess from their perspective, I mean, obviously there's been some naivety, 100%. You know, they've been too focused on data. I think that's the other thing that's been killing us. Too much focus on data analysis and actually not focusing on what is going on in reality. Football, you can't just judge football simply by data. You cannot. That's one thing. You know, interfering in footballing matters, which I feel like maybe they don't do that much now. But the focus on youth, the excessive focus on youth, obviously they got a few things wrong, 100%. 100%. You know, the sacking of Thomas Tuchel, I still don't agree. I think if Thomas Tuchel carried on performing poorly, he would have eventually got sacked anyway. But I think when he got sacked was premature. But apparently there was some incident between them. I think the appointment of Graham Potter and the long-term contract for him, all of this was naivety. They didn't understand the industry. Then the appointment of Frank Lampard. Even Pochettino, like, you know, as much as I back him, but, you know, I'm not fully convinced he's the guy that's going to win silverware for us. What more can I say about the owners? The owners are here to stay. The owners are here to stay. Now check this out. Check this out. This makes me even more concerned in recent times. Check this out. Mauricio Pochettino feels his Chelsea squad are too soft and wants his captain to take a leading role in stamping it out. All of a sudden, now I don't know where Nizar is getting this, but obviously he's getting it from somewhere. All of a sudden, the squad is too soft. So did he just realize this now? Did Mauricio Pochettino just realize this now? And he wants his captain to take a leading role in stamping it out. Sure, no problems. But your captain needs to also have his brain screwed on as well. What your captain did was mad too. Getting a red card the way he did. Is your captain fit enough to be a captain at the moment? That's a different issue. And why do you just need the captain to stamp it out? Why aren't you stamping it out? You're the manager. You're the coach. For me, I don't know. This particular statement here coming from Nizar Kinsella, this is a little bit concerning for me. He thinks the squad are too soft. Hasn't he been addressing this to the entire unit? When you see all of these news on social media and then you see certain fans trying to be positive for no apparent reason. I'm not saying every now and then, have that positivism about you. Go ahead, have that positivity. But people will see that kind of news and they'll still try and pretend, everything is all rosy. Strasbourg Steve, thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, Miz, big up, bro. Newcastle fan here. What lesson can Chelsea learn from Newcastle United, both on and off the pitch? Love the content, bro. Thank you so much for the super chat. You're very, very humble with the way you've put that comment out. Look, what lessons can Chelsea learn from Newcastle United on and off the field? I think one of the clear lessons that we can learn is desire. The belief. Newcastle, before the new ownership, was in relegation battle. The way Newcastle have embraced the new ownership, the new manager, Eddie Howe, the way all the players have dug in. I'm not going to lie, obviously, Newcastle made some really good signings as well. But so have Chelsea, in my opinion. Chelsea have made some good signings. But the biggest difference in the two clubs at the moment is Newcastle players have completely bought into this, bought into the Newcastle project, bought into the manager, brought into the new ownership, and they've just worked hard. They've just worked hard. There's no two ways about that. They've simply worked hard. They felt that, you know what? It's the time to change our lives. Right now is the opportunity to change our fortune. And they are now not looking back, and they are working so hard because they feel that they've got an opportunity of their lifetime to make Newcastle great. And they respect the fans. The players play for the fans. The biggest issue for us, I feel sometimes our players, I don't know, man. I'm not really sure whether they really play for the fans. Some of them do. I truly think some of them do. Like, for instance, I think Enzo Fernandez, he hurts when we lose. He really does hurt. You can see it. And I'm sure there are other players as well. But then there's players that I think they're probably thinking of their next move. A couple of seasons down the track. Chelsea's just a bypass. Chelsea's just, a pit stop. They'll go to a different club soon and they'll continue on with their career. They're not really playing for the fans. And I feel like our players right now, they're not really buying into the project. They're not really looking at this as a big opportunity to make Chelsea fantastic again. Newcastle players, however, just mentally strong. Mentally very, very strong. Hudge, no, I watched Newcastle documentary. Their owners didn't rip out the entire club. They kept most of the squad, but supplemented it with experienced and robust players. We changed the entire club overnight. That's a very good point. Very, very good point. Of course. Milo K, the Nico Jackson boy, I'm done with him. What nonsense. But Broya, in what a joke you are, as poor as you are. He should have done this. Shame. Yeah, man. For me, I just found that odd behavior. Mark Laws, good to see you, my man Miz. I think we're all pretty delusional in our thinking as how we can honestly feel this team is top quality when everything is pointing to a mid-table team. When they lose, play well, they're not. Yeah, look, honestly speaking, let me give you guys the honest truth. I feel an elite level manager. And once again, please, don't take this the wrong way. I'm not saying get Pochettino out. No, keep him. Let's see how he goes. But in my personal opinion, an elite level manager probably gets more from this particular set of players. I honestly think this. Look at Unai Emery at Aston Villa. I don't even think Unai Emery is an elite level manager, but he's a good tactician. Look at what Unai Emery has done with Aston Villa. Aston Villa, just before they sacked Steven Gerrard, they were in relegation battle. And since then, the way Unai Emery took Aston Villa, wow. I just feel, honestly, like, I wish we didn't sack Thomas Tuchel. I really wish we didn't sack him. I feel Thomas Tuchel would not, even with the way we were playing last season, just before Thomas Tuchel got sacked, it wasn't nice, but I don't think under Thomas Tuchel we finished 12th. I really don't think we do. Might have finished maybe 6th, 7th, at worst 7th. But I don't think we finished 12th, you know. And then if we just persevered with Thomas Tuchel, then this season maybe it could have been something else. This is why I'm like, the right level of manager, and we don't. I honestly feel we could be better. We could be better. I honestly expected more from Pochettino. I didn't expect us to be, what are we, 11th? I didn't expect us to be 11th after 13 games. I thought Pochettino was going to get us to a better level. Abdul Razak TV, Miz, our performance was cowardice, absolutely, from everybody, and this better ceiling convo. We have to stop. Players cannot improve. Players get injured too. It happens. Yeah, look, we have to have a solution even when players get injured. We can't just simply say, "Oh, players are injured." So I mean, apparently Newcastle was meant to be injury hit, and they beat us 4-1. President Jafar, thank you so much for the super chat. If Jackson was under Mourinho, he would be done. Yeah, I agree. Miz, after Zagreb, Tuchel said no days off. Then he got sacked. Fans need to wake up and realize the issue at the club are coming from top. This youth project will undermine every manager. Perhaps you're right. And this is why, the owners, they'll soon realize, once they consistently keep missing out on Europe and they don't have that money, they'll soon get on track of sacking and hiring manager, because this is a results-based business. This is a results-based business. Do you know what I mean? Sooner or later, they're gonna chase success, because they can't be patient for too long. They simply cannot be patient for too long. Never wanted Poch from the beginning. For me, it was Flick or Enrique, but the board wanted a yes man. Yeah. Royston, good to see you, my man. Miz, I think we need an old school type of manager, not this new fancy managers. Yeah. I mean, I guess these new fancy managers are happening because of the modern day footballers these days. You can't upset them, or else you're going to lose the dressing room. These days, when you lose, when you get walloped, when you drop a disaster class, you still get to have a day off and enjoy your time with your ex-teammates. This is the era we live in, and we have to just appreciate that. We just have to appreciate that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you have. Let's get those likes up to 200. More than 200 people live right now. Let's get those likes up. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. I'll see you guys later tonight with the news update, and then we'll be back tomorrow for another live stream. Until then, everyone, take care. See ya.